and I'm going to call back a prospect for a client and see where we get with that, first of all.
Welcome to the O2 messaging service.
So, no luck with him. Not a problem. I'm going to call someone else and see where we get. So I'm going to call. So this is for a client. They've got an SEO tool. It's called SERP Sketch, actually, and head of behavioral research. Yeah, I'm gonna call this chap and see where I get with it. So his name's Mike. 07843 7 oh 843 43 2792. So let's see where we go.
Hello?
Hi there. Sorry, is this Mike?
Yes, it is.
Mike, my name's Deepak. I'm calling from SERP Sketch. I don't know if this rings a bell, but I think my colleague Lydia connected with you and had a brief chat with you on LinkedIn. So Lydia from SERP Sketch. Does that ring a bell, or no idea what I'm talking about?
I'm actually in the middle of something at the moment, mate. Cheers.
Okay, shall I give you a call back a little bit? Okay, there you go, guys. I got to hang up, so I'm gonna just mark it red, and I'm gonna move on. 077931 126. Let's try someone else now. I sounded a bit too salesy there, I think.
Hello?
Sorry, is this Sarah?
It is, yeah.
Hey, Sarah. My name's Deepak. I don't know if this rings a bell. I'm calling because I think my colleague Lydia connected with you on LinkedIn from a company called SERP Sketch. Does that ring a bell, or no idea what I'm talking about?
There's quite a few that come through. It doesn't ring a bell.
It's okay.
My head, sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't apologize. I totally get it. Look, can I take about probably 30 seconds to just walk you through who I am, what we do, and why I'm calling, and you can tell me, Deepak, that sounds interesting. I'd like to learn more. Or Deepak, that's all good. We're good right now. Does that?
It's all right if you send me through an email, because I'm just on a call at the moment. I've just paused to answer this because I wasn't sure who it was. So if you can send me through an email, that'd be great.
Okay, Ben. What if I send you an email and then I just give you a call back a little bit later? Is that okay?
Today's pretty manic, so yeah, send me emails through and I'll take a look at it and let you know whether it is something that's worth having a conversation about or not. We'll definitely respond though.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I'll do that.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
no worries.
Bye.
Bye. So, guys, with her. Let's now try rip bars. Let's see how we go with rip bars.
Welcome to Ritvars Radvilavics Group. All calls may be monitored for training and quality purposes. To direct your call, choose from the following.
Let's call this chap instead. Oh, okay. Apparently I've called him before.
Sorry, this person can't answer at the moment.
Okay. Just make that dud number. Let's try this person instead. Let's do that instead. Mohammed.
Hello, it's me, Mohammed.
Hey, sorry, is this Mohammed? Hey, Mohammed, my name's Deepak. I'm calling because I don't know if this rings a bell. I think my colleague Lydia, she has been chit-chatting to you on LinkedIn from a company called SerpSketch. Does any of that ring a bell? Or no idea?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Oh, amazing. Well, look, I am calling to briefly just explain who SerpSketch are, what we do, and then hopefully at the end of that, you can just tell me if it's relevant for yourself at Charity Digital or it's not, and we can go from there. Does that sound okay?
Yeah. Can we call within 20 minutes? Next 20 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah. No, of course. What I'll do is I'll call you back in about 20 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
No, okay. Bye. Oh God, getting a lot of people, Mohammed, that are not ready to be pitched, basically. Let's try this person. You know what? Let's do it a little bit differently. Let's go back up to the top of the list. And let's try and call. Let's try and call someone else. Oh, let's try and call Jamila. That's just Dom 34.
Hello, Dom speaking.
Dom, my name's Deepak. I'm calling because I think my colleague, it might have been a couple of weeks back now, to be honest with you, but basically my colleague Lydia connected with you on LinkedIn in regards to something called SerpSketch. Does that ring a bell, or no idea what I'm talking about?
No idea what you're talking about.
It's okay, fair enough. You're like, no idea. No, I understand. Look, Dom, I probably reckon I need about 25 to 30 seconds to just explain, who SerpSketch are, what we do, and hopefully you can say, Deepak, that does sound interesting. I'd like to kind of learn more, or Deepak, thank you for your time, but probably not for me. Does that sound reasonable?
Go for it.
Okay, brilliant. So, long story short, SerpSketch is an SEO tool. It is not like, for example, Ahrefs, SEMrush, or Moz. In that, it doesn't focus, for example, on, let's say, keyword rank tracking or looking at technical SEO. The problem that SerpSketch seeks to solve is, let's just say, in the instance of Engage Interactive, if you're looking to, for example, rank for SEO agency leads as a keyword, or indeed any keyword that's, let's say, commercially relevant to the business, then I would assume and hope that part of that strategy, what's going to be important is understanding that, well, actually, Dom, even if you, for example, were to rank #1 for SEO agency leads, as an example, that actually you're going to appear below Google Maps. There's also people that are actually running Google Shopping ads, and there's also zero-based search featured snippets. So even if you're #1, which, as we know, is challenging anyway, you're going to appear probably halfway down the page. So SerpSketch visualizes that kind of data, so you can visually look where you'll appear. And I'm calling because I'm hopeful that that's potentially quite interesting on an ongoing basis to your company's own strategy, or indeed anybody you work with. Does that make any sense?
It does make sense, and it sounds potentially interesting.
Okay.
But I feel like you might be best reaching out to Shri, who heads up SEO Engage, and giving them a bit of information on it.
Okay. Is it possible? Then do you have a direct line for Shri by any chance?
I'm not going to give his mobile out because he might kill me. But if you drop him an email, and if you want to CC me and just say we had a quick chat, I'm sure he'll have a little look.
Okay. Is there any scope then, for example, to have, for example, like a 15-minute screen share where we can just show it to you and Shri, like, and just show you, like, you say, look, these are our use cases, these are keywords that are actually important to us. How can you help us in a way that, for example, Ahrefs or SEMrush can't? Yeah,
potentially, but I think you'd have to ask Shri and see what he thinks, because obviously I don't want to presume that would be interesting for him and what we're doing. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think throw it over there and see what he says. But he's usually open to trying new things and looking at new solutions.
Okay, all right, brilliant. I've got your, well, if I've been a diligent salesperson, I think I've got your email address, and I've got Dom at
Shree's is just Shri at
SHREE. Okay, brilliant. And do you think if I just called I haven't checked the Engage Interactive landline, do you reckon I'd have any luck just asking to be put through to him?
No one's in at the moment, mate. Like, it's best. I'm in today. There's not 4 people in, so.
Okay, all right. Well, that answers that question then. All right, listen, Dan, thank you for that, mate.
All right, nice one. Thank you for the call.
No worries. Okay, bye. So guys, I've done a couple of cold calls. It's annoying that my dialer, my uploads do not work unless they've I'm now in the process of going to send that to my team and see where we get with those two for the day. So there you go. So private upload that. So there you go, guys. That is some calls that I've had. Let's see who's logging in. Is it because they're on lunch? Yeah, possibly. It could be lunchtime for sure. I don't really know the reasons, but yeah, I'm getting some knockbacks, callbacks, and that kind of jazz. So we shall see. So cool. So guys, I'm 14 minutes in. I'm going to switch campaign-a-roonies now and try and ring for a different business and see where we go. So let's try now some more dials and see where we get. So give me a secondio. Guys, if you've got any questions, yeah, no, the last one did seem promising. Hopefully, it turns into something. I'm not sure, but you never really know when people say send us an email. So, but we do hope for the best. And let me also see if let's try and call some other businesses and see where we get, basically. So let's try this guy.
Hello?
Sorry, is this Alex?
Yes.
Alex, I think we've been playing phone call ping pong a bit. You probably saw this number. I tried to call you yesterday. Yeah. So I'm calling because I don't know if this rings a bell, but I think my colleague Lynn Ford, she's been talking to you or at least connected with you on LinkedIn from a company called Digica. Does that ring a bell? Does that mean anything to you or not? Lynn Ford. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. So look, I'll be straightforward and straight to the point. The reason I'm calling is because I want to explain to you very briefly who Digica are, what we do. It'll take me probably about 25 to 30 seconds, and then at the end of that, you can tell me if it's useful for you in your role ipsos mori, or it isn't, and that's that. Does that sound reasonable to you?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. So long story short, Digica are a AI and IoT software development company. We help support as well as build ultimately tools, applications, and solutions for a whole range of companies using expertise that we've got in those areas. And the reason that of course I'm calling is really just to, hopefully set up potentially an exploratory conversation to just either walk you through, of course, some of the kind of case studies that we've got to include your niche, or for you to, tell us about potentially current challenges that you have that you would be open to exploring in terms of, as a solution or support being delivered from, an outside software company like ours. Does that make sense so far?
It makes sense. I understand what you're trying to explain.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it makes sense for
ipsos mori.
I don't think it's a good fit. Yes. Yeah. Not for ipsos mori. I cannot speak of ipsos mori because I'm not ipsos mori, right? I'm a small part of that.
Of course.
And our team is doing similar stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, of course. Well, what I was thinking, and again, of course, as you quite rightly said, that you of course have internal capability, and I always find that in these instances, it's potentially sometimes just useful to know, well, what else is out there, or what area of expertise do you have, Digica, that maybe in-house we don't have as readily available, or that maybe we need support with when it comes to kind of quick questions, and we found that sometimes having simple conversations like that have become quite powerful in building a relationship or solutions down the line, because it's probably fair to say that, a company such as Ipsos Mori, your needs are probably quite vast, and your expertise internally sometimes change, or you need some additional support. So I was thinking that maybe just a brief introduction with Michael to kind of maybe even just quickly walk you through some of the things that we do, and at least so if it becomes relevant in the future, or maybe something surprises you and you think, okay, well, you know what, that's actually quite interesting, I'd like to discuss that internally. How does that sound?
I can say that for where I am in the organization, we definitely are absolutely determined to build this part internally, because it's the core of the products that we're delivering. And we cannot. We already are having issues with suppliers who deliver data sets that are.
Yeah.
As you can imagine.
No, I understand.
That needs a lot of work to get into the proper shape.
Well, that's really interesting. If, as you said, Deepak, we're already having challenges with some of the data suppliers that we've got, and I, as you can probably tell, my focus is on setting up some, let's say, initial conversations, and I am definitely not an expert as you are in, let's say, me personally, not the company. I'm an expert in the full range of solutions that we could potentially offer. But I mean, part of it is just hearing about what are problems with the suppliers that you've got from a technology standpoint. Where are they maybe falling short of delivering things in an ideal format that's useful for you? So maybe there's also potentially some interesting discussion to have around that.
I can say that these suppliers we cannot change.
No, of course.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
We are in a strategic relationship with them, not only in UK, so globally and so on.
Yeah.
And one of them we actually bought. And yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. But what I want to say is like the core, and we are doing whatever it takes to make this sustainable and productionalized and all these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. I don't think that. I mean, there are probably other parts in Ipsos that your help might be quite important.
Yeah.
And necessary.
Yeah.
But at where I am, it's definitely not going to be possible to fit.
I understand. Is there, for example, someone? Of course, Ipsos Mori are quite a big company. Of course, is there someone else maybe that you could connect me with that you would think, okay, well, I don't know 100% of what we're doing here at Ipsos Mori, or I know someone else who might be, or we might be able to help more. Is there anyone who comes to mind along those lines?
That's the next thing. So although I joined more than a year and a half ago, most has been during lockdown.
Yeah.
And in the first 6 months when I joined, I had to first develop the immediate service line, basically the sub business, if you want, that I am in.
Yeah.
And then it was basically since lockdown last year, it's been very heavy plowing on the product launches and so on, so that I have not been able to develop the internal network, and I have no visibility. I know that there are teams and so on, but I have no visibility outside. So there are multiple teams. They're spread here in UK and globally. There are other data science teams. There are a lot of interesting things that are going on. But I don't even know who these people are, unfortunately.
It's okay.
There are other people who are more experienced in the team, that people that have 17, 20 years experience in Ipsos, they know that. But I'm not the right person even for that, unfortunately.
It's okay. Look, Alex, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And just thank you for listening.
No problem. I'm sorry that I'm not able to help.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem at all. Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
You too. Hello, Mohammed. Sorry, can you hear me? Hello? Sorry, Mohammed, can you hear me? Mohammed? I'm so sorry. It sounds like the reception's coming in and out. Let me hang up, and I'm going to try and call you back right now. This guy's got no reception.
Hi, it's me, Mohammed. Can you leave a message after?
Damn. Who is it on Facebook who's checking in and listening? So, guys, we're at the 25-minute mark. I'm going to try and call this guy once more. He's got shitey reception. Oh, no, I got through to him.
Hello.
Sorry, Mohammed.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mohammed. Yep.
Yeah, sorry, it's Deepak here calling again from Serp Sketch. I think we've been playing phone call ping pong. Yeah. No, so no, I'm glad that you've got a moment now. So yeah, basically, I was calling because my colleague, I think Lydia, had connected with you on LinkedIn in regards to something called Serp Sketch, and I wanted to first of all see if that rings a bell in your mind or no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it does.
Brilliant.
But I don't work currently for Clarity Digital, so I am not currently.
Ah, okay. Are you no longer? What are you doing? What are you up to at the moment, out of interest?
Outsourcing.
You're outsourcing, did you say?
No, I'm switching.
Oh, you're switching roles. I'm so sorry, Mohammed. It's I can't hear you again. The damn thing keeps breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, I was saying.
You know what? It's gone again, Mohammed. I'm so sorry, dude. Okay, guys, I just left that one as it was. There you go. So, there you go, guys. That is what's happening for today. And we are wrapped up, and I shall catch you on the next one. See you guys.